Hello and welcome again to Motorweek. We're glad to have you with us. Back in 1992, Cadillac scored an automotive coup of sorts when its redesigned fourth-generation Seville made a clean sweep of U.S. automotive awards. It was also the first Cadillac to go head-to-head against the haughty import marques like Mercedes, BMW, Jaguar, and Lexus. And it did so quite well, too. Cadillac sells about 37,000 Sevilles each year. But now, with the new 1998 Seville, Cadillac has its eyes on an even larger luxury market, the world. The question is, can the Seville export its domestic recognition and success around an often hostile and very picky automotive globe? Cadillac thinks it can, and so it has designed the 1998 Seville to be a true world car. A point driven home by its official introduction not in the U.S., but at Germany's Frankfurt Motor Show, and the fact that among the first Sevilles to arrive in showrooms will be right-hand drive versions for the Japanese market. But world or not, it's a car that is still recognizably American. And one look at the sheet metal that offers today's usual slick aerodynamics but retains that traditional Cadillac look leaves no doubt as to the Seville's country of origin. Nor will its size. Despite being 3 inches shorter than last year, yet having an extra 1.3 inches of wheelbase, the Seville is still very much a large car. It's now based on the same G-body platform as the Aurora. Export versions will be 4.5 inches shorter to fit tighter European and Japanese parking requirements. Its wider track is based on a new one-piece floor panel, which is laser welded to a single-piece integrated side structure for rigidity, resulting in a 100-pound weight boost that we think it hides very well. Power for the 98 Seville comes from a pair of Cadillac's third-generation all-aluminum Northstar 4.6-liter V8s. The SLS model growls 275 horsepower and 300 pound-feet of torque and is tuned for maximum mid-range response, while the STS puts out 300 horses and 295 pound-feet of torque and is adjusted for more top-end punch. Both use GM's latest high-dramatic 4-speed automatic transmission, but in the Seville, Cadillac claims that new computer controls allow it to either respond like a normal automatic during quiet daily commuting or duplicate the shifting patterns of a manual gearbox for more spirited driving. Either way, it's quick. An early prototype STS delivered a 0 to 60 time of only 6.6 seconds and romped through the quarter mile in 15 seconds at 96 miles per hour. So this big yank is also fast. But whether we were on straight ribbons or switchbacks, driving fast or slow, the slick shifting transmission always felt like it was in the right gear. Most impressive. But that's hardly the bottom of the Seville's bag of tricks. The lighter McPherson strut front and new multi-link rear suspension use computer-controlled dampers that constantly readjust for road conditions and driver input, all aided by Cadillac's STabiliTrak, included in a refined version of its integrated chassis control, which debuted in the 97 Seville. A sophisticated system of sensors and microprocessors that measure driver inputs and the car's responses. It then activates the standard traction control and front brakes to compensate for any differences. Think of it as a part-time autopilot that only triggers when you're in trouble. What you get in the end is remarkable handling for a 2-ton luxury car. Pre-production STS models driven at GM's Michigan Proving Grounds felt exceptionally tight and nimble. Some of us wanted more feel from the MagnaSteer power steering, but all agreed that the latest Seville was a major step forward in domestic luxury car sophistication. Of course, Cadillac didn't forget the brakes, which are anti-lock equipped 4-wheel disc. The electronic suspension also improves braking stability and reduces the dreaded big car nosedive. Now all this technical wizardry is accompanied by a healthy dose of luxury and style. The new dash flows seamlessly along in a soothing oriental theme, while a healthy dose of wood trim adds some traditional European style. A world first for Seville is its optional adaptive seating, which uses 10 computer-controlled air bladders to constantly adjust seat support for maximum comfort. The leather-covered buckets also feature side-mounted airbags to supplement those in the dash, and shoulder belt mountings that are integrated into the seat structure a la Mercedes for more comfort and safety. The steering wheel both tilts and telescopes to give you an excellent view of the new vacuum fluorescent analog gauges and a driver information center that displays in 5 different languages. Other controls that have been refined or relocated include those of the SLS model's standard cassette CD stereo or the awesome 425-watt Bose 4.0 system found in the STS, as well as the standard dual-zone climate controls. The Seville interior also offers more clever storage spaces than most minivans, and world market features like an overhead grab handle on the driver's side and outside mirrors that tilt down for backing. The rear seat is also roomy and lavishly equipped. The rear bench has been raised theater style for a better forward view and offers a pass-through for skis, power ports, cup holders, and available seat heaters. Trunk space is expanded for 98 and now measures a healthy 15.7 cubic feet. But despite the bigger trunk and all those tech tricks, some of the most welcome changes will be those aimed at reducing interior noise. Cadillac has added low-noise fans and compressors, heavier sound insulation, and even thicker window glass to lower noise to levels that foreign buyers will find acceptable. A world car side benefit that American drivers will also greatly appreciate. Cadillac hasn't yet announced what different countries will pay for the Seville, but has promised to retain its current competitive edge over competition like the Lexus LS400. So expect the price for the SLS to start at about $41,000. The more lavishly equipped STS will go for about $46,000. Which means that not only will luxury car buyers be taking a fresh look at the Cadillac Seville, but other luxury car makers as well. Our first drive in the new Seville tells us that they have good reason to be concerned. The 1998 Cadillac Seville is not only the most technically advanced car that Cadillac has ever built, but a machine capable of running alongside the world's best, a true world car, and one that we think the rest of the world will finally welcome with open arms.